And then you want to talk about who?
Isiah Thomas?
Isiah Thomas. First of all, overrated.
Let it be known, Zeke. Let it be known, Zeke.
Overrated?
Let it be known, Zeke. Let it be known, Zeke. Y'all got Zeke all. Hey.
12-time All-Star. Here,
Talking statistically overrated, or are you talking about
12-time
Zeke?
All-Star.
You was just a Detroit fan. You know you can't.
I'm a Detroit fan. I'm a Detroit Pistons fan.
No, you cannot go there and talk about Zeke like that. You cannot go to Detroit talking about
it.
No.
12-time All-Star, right? That means you're an All-Star. You're a top 24 player, right? You're a 5-time All-NBA player, meaning you wasn't top 15, but 5 times in the NBA.
They didn't like my attitude. I had an attitude.
Michael Jordan didn't like me.
But you can make the All-Star
game.
Exactly. Michael Jordan ain't got nothing to do with you being
because fans vote.
They ain't like me.
Fans vote for All-Star.
My attitude.
Your play votes you as All-NBA. He was only a 5-time. So most All-Stars, like Chris Paul, you're 11-time.
Keep going.
11-time.
Keep going.
Y'all going with the State Farm.
11. Like Jason, like Ray Allen. Right? You got 11-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. That means you were only top 15 2 times in your career. That means you're not a dominant person.
You said Zeke is overrated, so keep going.
5 times.
But that's
5 times.
2 teams at that point.
Y'all going with Clifford.
Huh?
Y'all going with Clifford.
2 teams.
Still
5
State Farm guy.
I'm saying 2 NBA teams at that point.
When John Stockton did it,
I'm
John
glad it's
Stockton
the last show.
11. John Stockton is a 10-time All-Star.
Well, you said
Listen to what I'm
was
saying.
overrated.
Listen to what I'm saying. 10-time All-Star.
Overrated.
You're a Detroit Pistons fan.
10-time All-Star. In the same era. 10-time All-Star, but an 11-time All-NBA player. That means he didn't get voted by the fans, but still made the All-NBA team. 11 times. 12-5, 10 and 11. Like, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Zeke being overrated.
Chris Paul's not
How is he
even better
overrated?
than Russell Westbrook.
Who?
And James Harden.
Get the fuck out of here.
Shit, nah.
You're crazy as hell.
All right. Yeah, all right.
You're crazy as hell.
How is Zeke overrated, though?
Yeah, all right.
To be a top 3? Where? What did you do?
He won 2 championships.
Okay,
What did he do?
won 2 championships.
What did he do?
He led the team.
No, he did not lead. He led him once.
Okay.
He was the Finals MVP one
Okay.
time. Joe
Didn't
Dumars was the
lead.
second.
Okay.
He didn't lead the team.
One.
Okay.
And what? There's 2, right?
He didn't lead the team.
Who was the best player on the team?
Oh.
Who was the main guy? Joe Dumars, right?
No.
Oh, Isiah Thomas.
What are you talking? You're trying not to
many
get
All-NBA?
Yeah, he's trying
You're
19.
trying
The
not
stats
to get
show it.
Ain't
The
no
stats. This is not getting.
He's
Fuck
the
them
leader.
stats.
I am not guessing.
That's like saying
I am
Andre
not guessing
Iguodala.
here.
Just like you saying Andre Iguodala was
We're
the
talking about
man
I am
that
not
won
guessing.
for
I am not guessing on what he did. He was a 12-time All-Star, top 24. But when it came down to the top 15 players,
I mean,
he only made it 5 times.
You said he's
How
overrated.
can you? If
You
Top
said
10.
he's overrated.
All
Gil.
NBA?
It was only 2 teams at that point.
Okay, All NBA.
You said he was
All
overrated.
NBA. That means there's 2 other players that was beating him out. There was 2 point guards beating him out every year.
He's overrated.
To be top 3, but you have John Stockton, top 2, but he was a top 10 player. That makes it even worse. That means Zeke wasn't a top 10 player. But only 5 times.
To the players?
That's 'cause Zeke didn't
To the
dick ride the
players?
league.
Only 5 times.
To the players? So all the players agree?
Zeke
5 times.
dick ride the league.
Think about
Right.
what I'm saying.
He didn't dick ride.
5 times. We're talking about in
He
the era.
he was left off the
Who was
fucking
the other
dream
point-
team
who was
because he
the-
didn't shake a nigga's hand, and you're talking about
That
all
means-
NBA team.
you know-
what the fuck are we talking about, bro? We
All
left him off a
NBA.
legendary team because he didn't shake a nigga hand.
That's championship.
So how
after.
many
That's-
all
that's-
NBA teams were he left off because he didn't shake the nigga's hand?
That was after.
It don't matter.
After.
He's still
That was
being-
in the 90s.
He still is
He
not.
played in the 80s.
Zeke is Zeke.
He played in the 80s.
Zeke is
The
Zeke.
handshake is in the 90s. That means Bird, that means Magic and John Stockton was in front of this man the whole time. So when the careers is over with, how the fuck do you put him in front of John Stockton? How?
By putting him in front of John Stockton. Just that easy.
just
you
'cause
see
you did
how
it.
I just did
Just
that?
'cause you did, but you
Did
did it.
just see how I did? It was so easy. It was like, how do you like
then,
this?
And then Curry.
In front?
Then you have Curry in front of Magic. Can't, there can't. But that's what I'm saying. You're putting a third person in front of someone second. You can't do it.
No.
That's
I'm
what you
putting
can't
someone
do.
I believe is a better point guard in front of the person.
How? What shows it? Show me the stats. Where?
It's not going to be
15,000.
It's not going
I mean,
to be
he played for stats. He played for stats. Just because he dick ride the league,
there's nothing that says it. There's nowhere 5-time all defense. Zeke is not even on the all defensive team. There's no accomplishment that Zeke has in front of John Stockton or anyone.
2 championships.
Team.
Oh my gosh.
Team. You're not on the all defensive team. That means the white boy is better defensive player than you.
This is the goal.
And you're a defensive team.
Let's move the goal.
You're a defensive team, and you're not all defense.
Take this goalpost. Take this. We're gonna move the goalpost.
You know why Zeke ain't in there? Because he wasn't falling around like you know how like everybody be falling around.
Who was the best defensive team in the 80s and 90s?
Like
in the beginning of the 80s and the 90s. Who was the best defensive team, right? We talk about who? Detroit Pistons.
So you saying
and
John Stockton is better
he didn't make one defensive
You're saying
team.
John Stockton is better than Zeke.
Defense? Hell yeah.
No, I'm just saying better. I'm saying better.
5-time, 2-time steal champ. He owns the steals record. That means he was a defensive player.
No, that means he stole the ball in that season more than the other guys.
Yes.
That doesn't mean he's a better defensive player.
No. The 5.
It means I stole the ball.
The
more times this season than other guys.
The 5-time all defense makes him a better defensive player.
No, it doesn't.
If I made it 5 times and you made it 0, brothers, you're not.
It means that you got voted.
And you have a defensive team, which means your points, your defensive rating should be either. Yeah,
my top 5 again.
And then I don't know how Curry will be in the conversation over Magic Johnson.
I mean, why not?
That is embarrassing.
I changed the game.
That's embarrassing now.
Everybody in that top 5 run their house.
I thought we was talking about point guards that run the team, not a bunch of stats, chasing stats, stuffing ass. Oh, we put him here because he got more of this. I thought we was talking about point guards.
There's no stat.
I was talking about point guards.
Stat Curry has over Magic Johnson. Not one stat.
Change the game.
Not one stat.
Change the game. That's a stat. I changed.
There's not a stat that Curry has that would be over Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Well, 3-point.
That's not a stat.
Yes, it is a stat. I'm the greatest 3-point shooter ever. What are we talking about?
Go to
that's
the
right.
He said 3-point makes or not a stat.
Go to the what's the name? Let's see if that's part of
Mr. Shoot 3-pointers said that 3-pointers are not a stat.
Accomplishment.
I'm sick of this.
Calm down. Freedom.
Calm down. Go to
Calm down.
accomplishments. Let's see if threes are a part of a stat. An accomplishment. Let's see if 3-point count is
3-point champ.
No, there's no 3-point champ.
It is a 3-point
No,
champ.
all time. Like, you know, the thing that Ray Allen and Reggie Miller were waiting for Steph.
That's not a thing.
2-time NBA scoring champ. But that's
Scoring champ, yes, he has scoring champ. Not no 3-point champ.
He's a 3.
5 times a day.
You said 3-point is not a stat, Gil.
Accomplishment.
You said
you don't get motherfucking leading the league. You don't get an accomplishment for leading the league in threes.
He said Isiah Thomas was overrated.
You don't get it for leading the league.
Done.
Compared to what you're saying,
to Chris
to
Paul?
be 3.
No. He said to John Stockton.
No, he said to Chris Paul.
Both of them.
9 times.
Overrated.
Are y'all not listening to what y'all saying? Y'all look, he has the best defensive team that people put together, but the player himself didn't make one.
He didn't have to.
He
If they got the
didn't.
best
I got Dennis Rodman.
They got the best defensive team. Why the fuck do he need to be the best defensive player?
Doesn't it start with your point guard picking up?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It starts with Gil Embiid.
It doesn't.
And them niggas in the backcourt foul them motherfuckers every time.
Because Golden State defense start with who? Golden State defense start with who?
The point guard.
No,
Draymond
Green.
Who picks the ball up?
Draymond Green.
Who stops the ball?
Draymond Green, right?
Draymond.
The defense starts with, right?
Yes.
Boston defense started with who?
Marcus Smart.
No,
KG.
KG.
Oh, you talking about then? I'm talking about now. I'm talking about this Boston, but
Rondo.
KG.
The point guard.
KG
was the defensive.
KG.
KG was the anchor.
KG.
Anchor.
Was the
No,
anchor.
KG.
Anchor.
Come on.
You said it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
That means Zeke is
Ben
You
Wallace
go be
and
you.
them.
Anchor.
You go be you. I got you.
I got you.
Do y'all hear what y'all
Got
saying?
you.
Thank you.
Dan Wallace and Rasheed too. Y'all go do y'all thing. We got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Don't worry about it.
You don't gotta play no D. Hey, that's what it.
Don't worry
Rip,
about it.
When they said to the Rip.
You don't have to play
relax.
league.
You don't have to win the NBA Defensive Player of the Year.
You proved my point.
Zeke, you don't have to win it. Zeke, we're the best defenders.
Go score because we can't score
We
like you.
good.
I appreciate you just said
We
it.
good.
You just
But
said it.
everything else makes you a great point guard because
He
we
said
don't need you to do
overrated.
these
You
things.
just said it then.
He said overrated.
The anchor.
I'm gonna give you these.
The anchors.
Because when you go, you're gonna need
The
these.
anchor, right? You said the anchor.
Just to give him
right?
something.
Zeke, you don't have to play defense because we will do. You get blown past because your garbage at defense will help you out.
That's not-
These guards are not getting beat past. They're not getting past John Stockton. They're not getting past
you
John
hearing this
Stockton.
nigga
He's
right
locking
now?
you up. He's here. What's happening?
John Stockton.
What's happening?
John Stockton is
What's
locking
happening?
Zeke up.
I don't have to.
John Stockton
Carl,
is locking
relax.
Zeke up.
Relax, Carl. I got
John
this.
Stockton is locking Zeke
hey,
up.
Hey, Carl, hey.
Are you standing on that?
What are you doing?
You're sweating.
What are you doing? Zeke.
You're sweating.
Zeke, hey, I got Zeke. Where you going? Where you going? John Stockton getting past him like, help, Bill.
Somebody get this man a towel.
Help, Bill.
Somebody get this man a towel.
Help, Bill.
Get him some napkins or something.
Bill, help. Bill, help.
nigga's sweating.
That's all Zeke doing. Help. Bill, help. They blew past me again. Like, come on. Everybody's an all defensive player but him.
Let it be known, Gil.
All right, listen.
Wipe you down.
Listen.
Right? Come on.
Everybody, hey, he is sweating on fire.
Everybody made the all defensive team.
I'm off the
but
overrated.
point guard,
Detroit,
and
we are
picking
calling
the ball
all goons.
He's picking
Detroit,
the
where you
ball
at?
up, which tells you they're blowing past this man.
All goons. Calico, where you at? This nigga
Dumars.
tripping on
Dumars
us.
got? How much Dumars? How many all defensive teams Dumars
That's
made?
what he do. That was a specialist.
Gary
That's what I
Payton.
do.
Gary Payton.
Dennis Rodman
I got it.
and Joe Dumars.
I got it.
Did what?
I got it.
Zeke, you know what you
I
gonna
got
do
it.
for us. Zeke, we know what you gonna do for us.
I got
Zeke
it.
the main nigga taking off on people.
Come on, man. Stealing on everybody.
When Chris
I don't know
Paul take
what he
off on
talking
somebody,
about.
he got two.
I got a
Rondo
different kind
got
of
two
defense.
pieces.
I got a
Rondo
defense kind.
two
I got a
pieces.
different kind of
fighting
defense.
was
Rondo
defense.
two-piece him.
I know
It
fighting
is.
was
It's all
defense.
that. It's all.
Yes,
It starts from
defense.
right here. It starts from the point guard.
Yes.
Nigga, knock you.
What's up?
It says a lot when you knock a nigga that's big.
Obviously, he wasn't doing that.
What's up?
Hey, obviously, he wasn't doing
He's
that.
stronger than
What's up, nigga?
He was like, help. Hey, I'm guarding John Stockton today. Help.
Bro.
I got magic.
You said
help.
overrated.
Nah.
To be three.
Yeah, he said overrated.
To be three. That's overration. To be three. Top 10,
Overration.
yes. Three.
Over them.
Oscar Robertson? Come on. What are we talking about? I think Oscar Robertson got some defense too. Okay, maybe he don't.
What about Bob Cousy? No, I'm just fucking with you.
Listen.
Get the fuck out.
That's day one. That's day one.
Let's go back to
Every time we start
Let's
talking
go
about
back to
point guard.
Obviously, we already know I got the best five.
Yo, what the chat say?
But let's go to
Chad, who got the best?
let's go back to McCants. Let me see. I know I bust. There we go. Look.
Solid.
He got
So
J
solid.
Kidd won.
I know.
So if J Kidd won,
So solid.
I mean, and
So solid. Triple double guy,
No.
point guard, nigga.
12 and 8.
We ain't
12 and
talking
8.
about no
12 and 8.
stats.
12 and
We
8.
ain't talking about no stats.
6-time All NBA.
Who you want running your team?
No, that's a different conversation though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
the point
It's the
guard.
same conversation.
No, because if we're picking a point guard to run our team, okay, who you picking out of all of them? To run your team, if you got the first one pick.
One pick.
Yep, to pick any of them to run
To
your
run
team.
your team, Gil.
Don't go off the champions. Just
No, to run my team.
Watch this. Look at him.
To run my team.
Trying to be petty.
Oh, then I'm going Magic. I'm going Magic.
Okay, I'm rolling.
After that,
Okay.
J Kidd. After that, probably J Kidd. Like that's what I said. It's a difficult thing. Look. When it comes to point guards, right, and we're talking about the IQs of it, then we're all saying the same thing, right? When we're talking about the IQ, passing, the ability to get everyone open, yes, right? But when you start throwing stats in here, it kind of changes the shit.
I don't have to do all the stats because we're winning. My team is good. I don't
don't
have to
need the
do all
stats.
that.
We don't
like,
need none of that.
First of all, he holds the ball 24 seconds.
Who?
Chris Paul.
What are you controlling? I got a sorry team. I got to
That's
control
why
this
we
shit.
can't win. Get off of it. Get off of it.
But that's the system.
No, that's you.
I got
Get
star
off
play- I
of
got
it.
star
The
players.
system
No,
has been
that's
the same.
you.
I don't got
Get
Carmelo.
The system
Get
has
off
been
the
same.
fucking ball.
It's the
I don't
same.
got Carmelo. I don't got Carmelo with me.
Hamstring coming in
I got-
2 weeks. Get off the fucking
off the
rock.
ball.
To who?
To James Harden. Pass that shit to James or somebody.
I got.
Whoever you played with.
But like even like somebody like Russell and them, right? There's no passes that they made that makes you be like, oh, them motherfuckers got the vision that we need.
No.
How do you know?
Versus Nash and
J Kidd.
and them, right? So like if I'm gonna have somebody like really,
That can get that kind of.
Magic.
that's what I'm saying. That's
John Stockton.
like if you tell me like John Stockton, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm putting
Some-
Zeke up there for For the fierceness,
the
competitiveness,
Okay.
the never back down. He can hit the open jumper. He can get his team involved. He play defense. He's scrappy.
Let it be
That's
known.
all of this shit.
No. He's not
Let it be
scrappy.
known.
He's not scrappy.
He is scrappy.
He didn't make the whole defensive
That does
team.
not mean he's not scrappy.
I know who's scrappy though.
There's
That
a
white boy.
You know
that
what?
white boy-
Hey.
that white boy made it 5 times over Zeke.
Listen. Zeke is scrappy because he's scrappy.
That white boy was like Zeke.
Zeke's scrap.
Watch out, Zeke. I got this defense.
Zeke's scrap.
Huh?
Zeke's scrap, nigga. He's
Well, he
scrap
could
because
stop-
he's scrap.
He could
He
stop that
actually
white
go out
boy,
there and
but
scrap.
that white boy stopped him.
Who run the league? Who's the color in the league? Who run the league?
Black.
Huh?
Black.
Okay.
Black.
You just gonna go
Black.
Go.
Soon as they
That's what we
integrated
doing.
it.
That's
Soon
what
as
we
they
doing.
integrated it.
That's what we doing.
Soon as they
David
integrated it,
Stern.
black.
David Stern. Okay, John Stockton, David Stern. They have dinner together.
He owns the steal record and like all time. Like defense. Like how do we measure this with the guards?
We asked Zeke, what do you think? What did you think when John Stockton lined up against you?
Let it
bust
be
my
known.
ass.
Let it be known. We need to hear from Zeke. He gonna watch.
He locked me up. He locked me up.
Zeke, when you got John, just how we asked Gilbert, when the white boy get up against you, what you gonna say? 100.
But the stats.
100.
But the stats say otherwise.
100. That's what you say.
John
You
Stockton,
said, and I asked you a
their guards
question.
are tough.
You
John
get
Stockton.
white guy guard and you, Gil. What is it? It's 100.
But again,
automatically.
this is not
so the number.
This is not of our opinion. The numbers say like have a defensive team. It starts with the point guard to stop the ball from penetrating.
So you pulled up the numbers between Zeke and Stockton.
I got everybody. I got
Zeke
everybody.
and Stockton.
I got
so between the
everybody.
two, in every single battle they had, you're saying that Stockton upped him and didn't.
Hey,
Is that what you're telling me? You can't tell me that.
There's defense.
Hey, hold on. Hey, so I know you're going by numbers, but you think Chris Paul's a better point guard than Rondo?
What are we looking at? What we gauging? See that now you're thinking about the passing and all that stuff.
I'm thinking about everything.
And you don't like Chris Paul, so you can't be biased.
I'm not being biased.
You are.
No.
You do not like Chris.
I do think Chris Paul's a good player, but I don't think he's that top tier. When we're talking about top 5, like top 5, I don't think he
has the best turnover ratio, assist to
Yeah,
turnover
bro, you
ratio.
gotta,
Okay, that's fine.
You just got to say who you putting over him.
No, I'm just asking.
6-time steals champ.
That's fine.
5-time assist
That's
champ.
fine.
9-time all defensive player.
That's fine.
Like I mean, all
That's
defensive
consistency.
team.
It's a
Like
lot
we're
of-
talking
that's
about.
consistent.
We're
It's a lot
talking
of-
about both sides of the
consistent.
field.
No, it's a lot of dick riding in the NBA.
No.
That's what I say with the Zeke shit, man. With the Stockton Zeke shit. It's like you can say it both ways, right?
Some of them in there, like Derek. Let me stop.
Detroit
Right.
has turned their back on you again, Gil.
Yeah, for sure.
We
See?
need to get Zeke
See?
on the show.
For
you
sure.
need to rock
See?
Isaiah
Cal-
Thomas.
I told you.
When we're at Summer
Take this fucking
League,
card away.
when we at Summer League, we need Isaiah
his
Thomas
card
jersey.
away.
Okay, so look, let's say because there's a defensive category in here, right? And we're talking about guarding the point guards. You got to guard the Magic Johnson.
No, but you're using defensive metrics as a fucking award system. You're saying
Against
if
a
you
de-
didn't win the defensive team, or you
When it's
didn't make
this close, he has 5 things that you didn't do, but your team is known for
but
this.
he has no control over who gets voted onto those teams.
What I'm
so you can't
that
control
means
that.
You do your job.
No, it don't mean that because I could do my job and still not get picked.
How?
What do you mean how?
You're the best-
By being snubbed. It's called being snubbed on the list.
How many times did Chauncey Billups make the all defensive team?
Let me calculate.
I guarantee you, it's like if you're keeping everybody from doing their job, then you are a front runner. You have an advantage.
What? If you get
You have an
snubbed, you get
advantage.
snubbed. That means
How
I
is he getting
cheated.
snubbed every year?
Two-time
Yes,
all
bro.
defense. Chauncey.
2-time all defense, Chauncey
Second
Billups,
team.
and he got the goons in the back. Now, how does this man have the fucking whole goon squad? Your team is known for locking people, the bad boys.
They didn't
Was-
like
hey, was
him.
Chauncey a good
They didn't
defender?
like IT.
Was
They didn't like.
Chauncey a good defender?
You know what this tells me?
Was Chauncey a good defender?
This tells me, I'm sorry, Detroit. I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, but this is what tells me. You have your whole team. You got Rodman. You got Rick Malone. You got
Rick Mahorn.
You have Rick Mahorn.
said Rick Malone.
Names, man.
You got a goon squad. That means everybody on your team, all defense, but your point guard. What does that say?
Nothing. That means
Doesn't
I got
say
the softest
nothing.
nigga on the
Why
league
do
don't
I
like
have to have a
the league
point
don't
guard
like
that's
me.
all
The
NBA
league don't like
defense,
me.
bro?
The league don't like me.
Why do I have to?
That's what your team is known for.
No, the team.
Your team is known for
But
that.
my point guard is
That's
not.
like calling us
My-
Splash Brothers, but you can't splash.
No, it's not.
You can't splash.
No, it's not, Gilbert.
We're Splash Brothers without a splash.
It's only 2 Splash Brothers on the team. It's only 2.
No,
There's not 5. There's not 5 Splash Brothers. There's only 2.
We're saying if our team
There's only 2, not 5.
I said if our team
So we got 4 defensive players, and one of them is not. Is our point
We're
guard.
called the bad boys, but one is not bad.
Okay, the Splash Brothers.
The only point is punching niggas out. The only motherfucker that's fighting is the only nigga that's bad.
The old bad. We are called the bad boy. The bad boy. We didn't say we got 4 bad boys. We're all of us. John, Sally, the whole team.
Isiah Thomas didn't make the dream team because he was the
That was
one
a personal
he
thing.
told the bad boys, don't shake they fucking hand because I'm the baddest motherfucker out here. And I said, fuck them niggas.
Okay, so he
fuck them.
in '92.
Foul Michael Jordan.
92.
Every time he come to the lane, foul his ass. Fuck him.
And this is what he doing.
Fuck him.
He said, "Oh, I got Michael Jordan. Ready?
Go, foul him. And exactly what Chauncey and Rip was doing. That's exactly what Chauncey and Rip was doing. Go. But he got 2 NBA all defensive Chauncey because he was saying go.
He was defending.
No, he wasn't.
You got to defend.
He ain't no goddamn defender.
He defending Derek Fisher.
He ain't no goddamn defender.
Defending
He couldn't do that.
Some weak ass niggas.
They couldn't guard Mark Jackson, who's doing this right here. He's doing this. As soon as he get the ball, Mark Jackson get the ball like this. And then go do this.
Mark Jackson coming down, shimmy.
No.
Hey,
Young Mark was a problem.
I got young Mark.
Young Mark was a problem.
Okay, how about moderator?
No, I'm more than a moderator, girl. I'm a host.
You got to start saying some shit.
I'm more than a moderator.
Start stepping in.
I'll let y'all cook.
Start stepping in.
You all
This
cook.
nigga's throwing shit in
You
there.
didn't know
What?
that Zeke was not an all defensive player.
I'm going to pretend like I did, Gil, because I got to be all-knowing in this role and position. I would have thought that Zeke would have more all-defensive team selections, but let it be known, I will also defer to Zeke. Could have been some hating going on. Niggas was not really rocking with him for some reason.
In the 80s?
Yes.
Late 80s.
In the fucking 60s. In the 2000s. In the whatever year. They still not fucking with Zeke. Right now.
Okay, but we're talking about from 79 all the way up before they start hating you. Where was the defense?
Oh, my Lord. So now he need defense.
I'm just saying.
So John Stockton, you ain't asking the same questions for John.
When everything.
John, where was the defense?
he said Isiah Thomas was overrated.
To be 3.
He said overration.
No, to be top. He's not even in your top 5. He's not even in your top 5.
He said he was overrated. He said overration.
Isiah Thomas, so he's overrated to you. He's not even in your top 5. To be your top 5?
He's in my top 10.
He's not in the top 5, like he just said.
Like I got after my 5. That's after 5. I got what?
He's not gonna use the same criteria.
I got Jay King and him. He's like 7.
He's not using the same criteria
like
against
7.
the rest of those guys. Because if he did, a lot of those guys wouldn't still be in the top 5.
Thomas, man.
If you use the same criteria for Isaiah with the rest of those guys, they not gonna stay in these spots.
We need
Any
Zeke
of
on the
guys
show.
you got
Oh,
ahead
for
of
sure.
Isaiah.
We need.
I'm gonna hit Zeke right. I'm hitting Zeke right.
They not better defenders. All the guys that you got in front of Isaiah.
That's Chicago too. Isiah Thomas, that's Chicago. He don't care. Of course, ain't nobody gonna like him in the league. He cocky.
That's not. Y'all try to use it because I found a flaw. Yeah, I just found a flaw. I found a flaw in your guy.
What flaw?
Ole.
All NBA teams.
He was playing Gilbert Arenas.
Make the all NBA defensive teams.
All NBA only 6 times.
That's the
it's so crazy that they be trying to downplay Zeke because of like things that come.
Magic never made an all-defensive team, but he was 2-time steals leader.
He said only 6 times. He only made
only
it.
6 times.
Only. He didn't make it at all, but
12-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA.
That means he made it.
10-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA. All-NBA is more important. It's more important. 11 versus 6. 12 versus 6. So when I say only versus everyone else, he is the lowest on the All-NBA team.
But you're the only one using that as a metric to gauge where we put these people. We're not using All-NBA.
I know we're just using.
We're using skill set. As a point guard, what you do in the position. We're using all those metrics. We're not using how many awards you got.
This ain't got a Finals MVP and he can't crack the top 5.
No.
Damn.
Final statement.
All right, go ahead.
What did the fans vote? Whose list was best? I know.
Gil, it's gonna hurt your feelings a little bit.
It better not.
So, Final tally.
Look at
final
can we
tally.
Zoom in on the sweat.
Final tally.
Can we zoom in on the sweat spots?
We're gonna let these final votes get in. We're gonna let
zoom in on this nigga sweat.
the beads of sweat. We're gonna let the final votes get in.
I don't got a tank top on, so you get all air flowage.
Man,
You got all air flowage.
All right, so nearly 1,000 voters in the chat. Oh, hold on, what happened to the shit? What happened?
Come on now.
Come on, be smart.
Oh, here we go.
Be smart, chat.
So
I know I lost.
first place,
I already know I
the
lost.
chat agreed. Brandon, 50%. Gil, you got 40%. Rashad, as you know, niggas are haters.
I got the sweater on
9%.
and the collar shirt for a reason today. I wasn't fucking around.
Detroit. This is Detroit.
Gil, they said you gotta really make this one up. It's gonna take more than Buff. It's gonna take more than Big Grass.
You really gotta make this up because it's not making no sense.
I did the research.
It's not making no sense.
I did the
overrated
research.
Isiah Thomas overrated.
We did not have Isiah Thomas and champagne to pop to celebrate the end of the season of the show.
9,000 assists. I mean, what are we talking about?
Isaiah's gonna sit across the
He got
table.
9,000.
Why we keep acting like the game wasn't different back then?
He knows it.
Like,
Isaiah,
Okay,
Isaiah gonna be soft spoken. He gonna be like, "Listen, my brother. Listen, my brother. You know."
But that's what I'm saying. The game was different
Not
back
Gil.
then. The game was different back then, but the player that's in front of him is in the same era.
We need Zeke on
Like,
the show.
like 15,000 points in that era.
Who, Magic?
I mean, 15,000
He's talking
assists.
about John.
15,000 assists in that era where you had to catch and shoot.
With
Would be,
Karl Malone.
Would be,
With
about,
Karl
would be
Malone.
about 24,000 in today's game.
So if Zeke had Karl Malone on his team, what are we saying?
what are we saying? Like,
What are we saying? If he
had
had
Karl Malone-
Dennis Rodman, Rick
if he had Karl
Mahorn,
Malone, he would have to play defense by himself.
Carl Malone, all
Which
the
he can do.
We
Karl
don't know
Malone
that.
did what,
He didn't.
32,000 points?
32,000.
Okay, so 15,000 of that it came from me.
Yes.
Where do I have him? Where do I have him on my list? 5?
John?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got him at the bottom. He ain't up there with LeBron them.
You don't have John at all.
Thank you.
That's why you lost. Nobody's agreeing with that shit. Nobody's agreeing with that shit.
Who?
The fans,
Everybody
the chat.
on my list.
Talk about it,
The
B.
chat. Nobody's agreeing with that. That is
I
a terrible list.
Okay, hold on.